This is Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have another live streaming on our 3D scanning process. We'd like to help you navigate the journey of 3D scanning again. So if you watched the last video of the beginner guide to 3D scanning on BMW X6 M-Power car, you would have understood the certain rules and factors for 3D scanning. Again, welcome you guys to our live streaming. There are some dry carbon fiber parts such as the front lips, side skirts, rear diffuser, and spoilers, and so on. So you can also leave your comments on the comment section and let us know your inquiries. If you like this video, please click the button, the like button, and you will subscribe our channel. If in the future, if we have more videos for the customized process, you are the first one to get the notice for all of those things. So we will always appreciate a like and a subscription. Thanks for you guys. Okay, let's check the prep list. Our engineer, Mr. Young, is do the preparation work. Okay, this is the laptop, and this the 3D scan, the handheld 3D scanner. From the last video, you can see the feature of our 3D scanner. For example, fast scanning, and it's lightweight. You know, I'm a girl and I can hold this one easily. And it's extremely portable and easy to use. So you can also get the instant feedback during the whole scanning process. And it's 4 colors supported. So today, in our live streaming, our engineer, Mr. Young, is going to demonstrate using our handy 3D scanner for scanning Tesla Model Y. Not only the body, but also the car parts, the rear diffuser, and the side skirts. From the pictures, you can view that we have already removed the rear diffuser and install the whole rear bumper back on the car. So we can capture large errors in details, including the OEM side skirts, the rear diffuser along together with those of the mounting position, those clips, and the rear jacket area. So previously, we had already received a complete set of car data. All of them are the service, like this car. They have already installed ducktail rail spoiler. So today we're not going to scan the surface again, just some of the data we needed, and all of the complete set of car data will be used for our own design, new components development. Okay, the location market is completed. And as to the side skirts, it may take you around 5 or 10 minutes. But if you take off the rear diffuser, as you know, to our surprise, the design is really I don't understand, because we previously dismount the BMW rear diffuser, it can be removed very easily. But for the Model Y rear diffuser, it may take around 30 minutes. Did you know why? Because first we have to take off the whole rear bumper, and the bumper, you can see here the tail lamps was removed as well. So we have to remove the tail light, a part of tail light, and the rear bumper. After we take off the rear bumper, then we dismount the rear diffuser, and then we install the rear bumper back on the car. And as we told to you guys, it takes around 10 or 15 minutes to target on the parts, on the bumpers. You can see from this Tesla Model Y is black. If we're using our 3D scanners to scan it, it's very challenging. So before we do this, we have finished the preparation work and have already add the adhesive stickers on the bumpers and the mounting positions, which we need to scan. Now, Mr. Yang is actually scanning the car at the moment, and he's checking the data and compare with the location marker. So today we'll take through the whole process of how the car is scanned into the details, including the mounting locations. And after the scan, after show you the scan and show you the scan afterwards, and then we will discuss some of the styling kits we have already created. You can see how we've got it set up there, and we have marked on the parts, not only the bumpers on the car, but also the OEM massage skirts and rear diffusers. So when we scanning the side skirts or diffusers, I will give you some tips. If you are the beginner, you are the new for the scanning. We take off the side skirts and rear diffusers. You may curious about whether the parts will be out of shape or whether we can save the possession data. So if we have already scanned the car bumper with the OEM mounting positions, even though the parts is a little bit out of shape, once we take it off, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, doesn't mean it have no influence, but it's a very small influence on the fitment, because after we save the car data, we will fix the data and create our own CAD design parts, so it doesn't matter. But some of you guys create the parts according to the samples, or maybe the plastic samples directly. That may be a problem. Basically, the application here is going to inspect it, so we need to be able to scan this car along with the OEM parts all the way around. Now we've set it up this way, we can do it all in one setup. So once we've set it up, we go ahead and just moving around in regular mode. Start slowly, moving back and forth. And what's going to happen is the scanner is gonna basically do two things. It's going to do those targets, those reflective markers for the position, and it's gonna admit two nice lines, and that's what picks up the shapes. You can view from the computer. so the shapes is picked up. And you'll notice here we are picking up dark and light. This area, the light area, the tone one, and the button of the bumper is it's dark. So it's kind of like a digital spray painting. You can just keep moving around, and until we fill in all the areas that we are looking to inspect. And you could also start scanning the parts both in single line mode to get into some of the detail areas. It's not necessary to scan the entire car body, just the specific area we need to inspect for this. At the beginning, we have said we have already saved the data of the service, the whole service of the bumper, except the roof, the windows, the roofs, all of the button line of the car body, the data we have already saved. So today we're gonna go ahead and just scan as much as we can. By the way, we are using the Hdr mode in this case, and what that allows us to do is scanning dark and light areas at the same time. It makes it very easy to control during the whole process. As a result, it will speed it up for the whole scanning process, and it speeds up the process dramatically. So you can see this in fascinating parts that show both of the conditions being scanned. So both of the conditions being scanned simultaneously. Okay, welcome some of the new clients, and you may be curious about why we need to add those adhesive markers for these black arrows. So let me explain to you guys again. Those markers, as known as reference points, help the 3D scanner position and get the 3D coordinates of the object. Therefore, you need to place markers on the black parts, on the black or the chrome parts before scanning. And this will make sense when we get to the actual scanning, and the adhesive and those of the adhesive markers. It's great. It's great because I will take one. It's adhesive. It can be stick on the boat, on the car body, or other areas you need to scan. And once you finish the whole scannings, and you can take them off from the car, the parts, and save them on the boat. You can reuse them. So it's recommended to place the markers. The markers is stick on the car models randomly and irregularly. It's about maybe 10 or 8 centimeters. Why we do this is that the scanning software can properly find their locations. It's 5 or 8 centimeters apart from each other in the most place. So, however, on the narrow spots of the edge, you can say from the bottom of the parts, it's suitable to place them a little bit closer because the edge has a limited surface area, and the minimum number of markers in the scanning field must be. And in this case, you don't need to scan the parts from the center position. You can just start from the left or the right side and scan it forth and back. In this case, the rear bumpers is the under the button of the rear bumper. It's dark and the location is not very good because today we just take our cars in our Shenzhen office and we don't lift the cars, so when we scan the button data, and Mr. Yang is really struggle on scanning. It may take around 30 minutes to finish the whole scanning of the rear bumper and the location positions. The important data is the location data. After we finish this, we think we'd go ahead and scan the entire parts of the side skirts, rear diffusers, and just to get it and to see how long it will take. So Mr. Yang is working on it. It's like the spray painting. I'm not good at that. So you just kind of moving around, and we're holding the scanner about 10 inches away from the car body. And on line of sight, you can say when Mr. Yang is scanning and he's also checking the data from the computer. Then if you work on those wraps, walls, and other things, you can have turn around, sideways, up and down, get the data completely. So once we have done the scanning and we will literally hit the stop scan button. It will process for a minute, and what you are seeing, you cannot see now, but when we finish it, you will see there is a scan data has not the data has not been manipulated in any way, and the data may the data there is no hole filling, no smoothing or change here. So if you've mixed some errors, you just can go back and just fill those errors in. So it is a visual check before, but you can say we just keep moving now to get the whole surface now. And again, we are doing dark and doing the shining parts, and it has no issue with any of those surfaces. So you just keep moving around the vehicle until you have the whole thing is captured, and then you're done. During the process, you can view this. I noticed that our engineer just rescan the location the background board, and to ensure that the data after you can see he just hit the button of stop scanning. Okay, we will have a break for the scanning, and during this period, I will introduce some of the parts we have already created. So if you're scanning the car today, you receive the Model Y data. What you are going to do, and let me guess, maybe Photoshops, or just buy some sketching on uh, uh, 2D, 3D, 2D sketching. And then once you've got the ideas down, you will actually create those in CD program and see what works on the car. And then after you finish the those 3D design, and you then move to 3D printing, uh, aka the rapid prototyping before actually make the final pass. It's almost similar as our process, but as the lip kits, not the bumper kits, the lip kits we created. Once we received and scanned the data, what we will do, we think that it's not necessary to use the 3D printing kits for fitment testing, and we will directly confirm the style from the CD program directly. Well, we what we why we would like to do this, and first is first is it's kind of saving time. So if you finish your sketches and you take a lot of working time for the 3D the CD design, the program, and then as far as I know, some clients told me that it's very costly. It costs a lot for 3D printing case, and it also takes a little bit long time. After you get this parts, and it's very fragile, and you take those back on the car and test fitment and remodify the styles on the car, and finally, if you are satisfied with the final design, then you may have to get these samples and then copy the mode. So how many days for testing, for getting the 3D printing kits, and how many workers you're gonna to organize for these projects. But if you choose from the Jesse Sportline customized process for a single styling case, like the rear diffuser, side skirts, the trunk spoiler, or some small side parts, it's not necessary to check the fitment. We can just directly create the parts according to the possession data we have received. We have confidence, and the truth is that during the past 3 years, most of the new arrivals we have already created for BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, or the other popular German cars, or the American cars. All of them, especially the lip kits, you call them the aerodynamic lip kits, such as the front lip, side skirts, rear diffuser, and the fender wings, or some other interior or exterior accessories. All of them, it's not necessary to do the 3. But one of the advantages to get a 3D printing kits, and if you also get a car for fitment testing, then you maybe save some time during the CNC milling process. If you copy the mode according to the samples, it can speed up. But if creating all the parts according the digital data directly, so there were many days to waiting for the the CNC milling process. So you can balance the cost or the leading times or some other things you consider it about currently, and decide which way is the best for you. We don't I did not mean I dislike this process for the 3D printing kits for creating the parts. It's just something if we can make things more easier, and then we take the easier way. So if the 3D scan is done, and we're going to wait our engineer to provide us a format that we can actually design in our CD program. Well, I'm now waiting our engineer to keep scanning the Tesla Model Y. We can have a quick look at the car, and later I will show you some Tesla Model Y parts we have already created. This is the front lid. You can see there. It's spot on the button of the front bumper, and it will be installed by the self-typing screws. So I heard one information from one of our clients. He said some of the Tesla owners who dislike to install the parts if screw the bumpers, drawing the holes on the bumpers. So it's two options for you guys. If you want to install the parts tighten on the bumper, it's necessary to screw tighten it on the bumpers by the self-typing screws. And if the whole design, maybe you can see this area. It's just add on the bottom of the front bumper. If just using the glue type or the adhesive glue types, maybe when you are driving, I'm afraid it's not safe if the front lid was dropped down. But we can also help you guys to change the design. If something like this area, the bottom, the bottom of the below of the front bumper, and we can extend the front lip to catch this area, and make sure it can hold the front bumpers directly. So if you want to make the front end slightly and more aggressive, you can also add the front corners on these two positions along the shape of the front bumper. We haven't made these parts yet, but we are going to make it in the future. So you can drop your comments on this video, and share us your ideas about the aerodynamic parts you are going to would like to install on your Tesla model. We haven't decided we haven't decided all the parts at the moment, because we have designed one set of parts. So, but we didn't manage to create more styling kits for different clients, because as far as I know, more and more younger clients will focus on something unique and aggressive, and they want to stand out from the crowd. So they maybe not choose from some famous brand parts, but also take some parts from China, from just Sportline, maybe other yes. So we are going to create different styling kits for your multi options for you guys. Okay, next we are going to check the side skirts. When we make the side skirts, the side skirts. Previously, you may check some of our projects for the BMW or Audi or Mercedes. Is the most popular styling from the market is something the side skirts could extend the side body. So you can see from this picture, there is a small step from the side, and this one we have created is the add-on style. It's not necessary to using the screws for installation. It can be fully covered by the glue tapes, and you don't need to remove the OEM side skirts. Just add on our new styling side skirts directly. From this car, I checked several Tesla models. The side skirts, the OEM side skirts from the car is generally the black one, and we made it in carbon fiber material. And the carbon fiber look is become more and more popular. It can match with any of the car models, no matter your car is white, black, blue, red, and everything. Carbon fiber is really good. So this lightweight carbon fiber, the dark carbon fiber side skirts will enhance the driving dynamic of the vehicle. So if you're adding this lightweight carbon fiber side skirts, it will also improve the aerodynamic look from your car. Okay, what's the next? After we introduce the front and the side, the side one, you guys might be interested in the door handle cover. The door handle covers, we made some for Model 3, and the Model Y parts is after we have received the Intel data. Today we're going to make more interior and exterior accessories, and you can also leave. You can also drop your comments here, and we may take your comments and create something. And in the near future, and you can get the parts from us directly. And if you scan, you save the screen when I do the live streaming. I promise personally, and I will persuade our manager or the boss to give you a very a favorable price, or maybe you're the lucky guy to get a free sample if it is possible. Wait me maybe 1 or 2 minutes. I need to check whether our engineer is back to do the scanning job now. Okay, I just got the message. Our engineer will be back in 5 minutes later. So let me continue to introduce you some parts we have already created. And now let's go into the part of where arches. More photos for size gauge. And this is the where arches. But this is didn't extend too much from the core body. It's something like similar to the OEM wire arches. It's thin and a small one. So if you want to do the wide body keys, maybe we can help you to create another big one with an aggressive look. But this Model Y is the passenger cars, so we initially we just create some styling keys which can be acceptable, which could be accepted by the normal clients. So if you are the racing car driver, or you are some automotive creator, or you are the graphic designers, you can show us your ideas about an aggressive look of the whole body keys, not only those small parts, but also the entire car bumpers, or the front fenders, or some guy maybe change the side door to change it to the super lightweight carbon fiber side door. It's good for racing. Okay, you guys. So all of those parts I introduced previously, we have already created them, and some clients had already all those parts. You can check our website, or from this live streaming, you can check the price and detailed descriptions from online link directly, or send us inquiry, and our sales team will reply you directly. You can say from this car, he have already installed one of the transponder from us, and I now show you another styling the transponder we have created. We now have a if I did not forgot it, we have already created three different styling spoilers for Model Y. Here is one of the spoiler. It's not only for good looking. Maybe there are some aerodynamic function. Okay, this is the real spoiler. I just talked to our engineer, and once I introduced our spoilers and he explained how it works. And I'm not very professional for all the functions of the dynamic parts, but easily got this way is that when you're driving the car, it's over maybe 100 kilogram per hours, and there is airflow. Airflow is apart from like this, like you're swimming like this. The airflow is like this, is apart from the car body, and one of function maybe you can save a part of fuel oils, maybe something like this, and another function is that when you drive the car at a really high speed, you're driving the cars and at a really high speed. But if you add a wind spawner, it can increase the stability of the vehicle, and make sure your car is driving how to say, is more suitable. It might be more suitable for the driving experience. So it's not only for good looking, but also a part of function for adding the rail spawners. Okay, so if you guys have some other ideas about the styling of the rail spawners, or you could share us some of the driving experience during traveling or the racing or something like this, and you can share us with your ideas, and you can drop your comments on the button of the comment section, and we will check all of your comments carefully, and in the future, and we welcome more clients give us advice or suggestions for the styling keys. And what we do in this is also to serve your guys better, and make your ideas into reality. And meanwhile, you are happy about the parts we created, and because you're enjoying the whole process, you're one of our members for the designing team. So now I am going to introduce another of a racing car. This one. This one is really aggressive. It's inspiration by the Formula, maybe the Formula One or the Porsche 991 GT3. Is some ideas from that racing cars, and you can see we have already created these waste burners, and we have already texted on the car. But what we haven't done is to drive this car in on the road. Just test the fitment, how it looks like on the car showroom. So once you have a view on our small size dovetail spawners, and another one I just show you guys the recent one. It's maybe auto racing drives toward an electrical future. Maybe you can take a part in this project. I know some of our clients, or a lot of you guys, is very interested in running, the speed racing. But I think on the road car, this one, on the road car Model Y, is if add a racing wings burner, it's just going to look really out of the place. And if going to be, if added the racing wing, if you don't have changed the front bumper or add aggressive front lane, maybe it's hard to balance the whole versions of the cars, because this Model Y in China is maybe used for, it's just the passengers cars, and we just for some normal, it's just for daily you can drive to the office, or not for a racing competition. Okay, now I have keep moving to introduce some other parts like the rear diffuser. From this part, you can see from this part. After adding the rear diffusers, it's added on the bottom of the rear bumper. It's necessary to install it by self-tapping screws. You can see that we add 3 fins in the central position, and those 2 areas, some aerospace, and make it more aggressive. And some guys, after installed the rear diffuser, and they think it's not aggressive enough, so we also have them add another new, this one, the rear splitter. It could be installed together with the rear diffuser directly. We did not show this part from one picture directly, but you can check from this. The rear diffuser here, and add another from the rear splitter in these areas. Then the whole part will make it very aggressive. And what we're gonna do today is that we remove the rear bumper and the rear diffusers, and to meet some of the clients' requirement for the replacement part. Because as you can see from this picture, if you just using the glue type to stick the parts on the rear bumper, it's hard to ensure that the parts will not not being took off during your driving process, during driving. So for safety, we'll recommend you to screw the rear diffuser tighten on the bumpers, on the bottom of the bumpers. After you do that, it will have no any of influence on the whole bumper. It's just a smooth holes under the position which other guys could not find. Now you can see from this video, our engineer, Mr. Yang, have already finished the preparation work, and Please go back to the scanning process. Okay, you can see from this video, our engineers just came back and directly scanning the parts, because before uh, uh, before he leaves for a while, he have already set it up for everything. Now we are scanning the backside of the rear diffuser. Once we have finished scanning the backside, we use the markers on the bolt and walk around the front side and start scanning directly. It has the advantage that we have everything in one single scan, rather than scanning one side of the parts and then scanning the other side, and then aligning the two data sets, which is difficult to do when doing thin-walled parts, such as plastic or carbon fiber parts, because you don't have really very much overlapping data. So by using the target board of location points, it will take advantage of that, as I said before. You can just walk around the back, focus on the car parts, and then on the back side, well, we have adhesive markers, and you can see the level data on the back of this box. This area with the lenses. There are a lot of hose tabs. We also have to take off the lenses plate later. So the single line mode works really well to get into those areas and get some of the data. So this backside will definitely take some work to be able to scan it. To do a good job in this parts probably might take 25 or 30 minutes. By using this single line mode, you are able to get into deeper holes like this area with the clip. Into the deeper holes, get more data, essentially going down into a smaller hole or wraps, or getting down between some wraps. So you can jump back and forth between the two modes at any time. You can switch into the 2 Nansen line mode. Also, if you need to save the data of service of the shape. Okay, we are actually scanning the car parts at the moment. We will take you through the process of how the car parts is scanned and show you the scans afterward. Those markers we have already sticked on during the preparation work. So it's the same process as with scanning the vehicle. You could just start scanning the parts and keep moving around until we fill in all areas that we are looking to save. It's the same as the scanning process on the vehicle. So if you've missed some areas of the clips, the important location of the important location for mounting, so you can just go back and forth and fill those areas in. One of the advantages that we use the adhesive markers. Then we will have no issues with any of those surface. The surface, you keep moving and spring and spring like a painting, and until you have the whole thing is captured, and then you finish the work. So this shape, so you can just directly install this OEM reflective brightness back on the new carbon fiber red diffuser directly. Okay, we got two of them. Take off. We take off these caps from the rear bumper, so there are some wraps, or it's catch on the OEM bumper. So when you installed a new diffuser with a hole there on the diffuser, and you can just take off your OEM plastic caps and install it back on the new rear diffuser. And you may worry about the color could not match with the rear diffuser. Don't worry, we will design a cap for you as well, but it's not the replacement one. It's like a add-on style, like a mirror caps. It's stick on the surface of this OEM caps, and then you can install the whole parts back on the rear diffuser. As we can see from the computer, there are some errors missing, still missing. This, especially this hose and the reflective brightness errors. And this error for the NASA's plant, and we now have to take off the inner holder plate and make sure we can catch the data of the whole of the mounting position. Okay, today we after we scanning all the back sides, and we not keep going to scan the front side. We just scan a part of error of this. But for new guys, for you, if you are the fresh new for 3D scannings and you did not have a full experience for scanning the cars, and then it's much better if you can scan the front side and the back side at once. Then you can save the complete data at one time. But we have already have the rich experience in scanning and the data deal with the data. So we will just compare with the back side and the front side, which we have already received before, and mix the two data and make them completed. So now the engineer is still moving the scanning slowly. It turned into 1.9 mode. 1.9 mode is 1.9 laser mode is to catch the detail data of the small holes, wraps, and mounting positions. So it may still lead 10 minutes or 15 minutes to finish the whole rear diffusers. So after we finish this job for the rear diffusers and save the data of the reflective brightness and the tailor caps, and then we will complete this process for the rear bumpers. So if you guys don't try to scan the cars by this way, you can follow us to click the like button, and subscribe our channels. And in the future, so we may share more of the valuable information, and guide you to scan the cars properly, and help you save time, money, and also help you issue the parts with a perfect fitment. Okay, finally we have done for the rear diffuser. Now the computer, the data is loading. It may take around 3 minutes to transform in the format we could use for CD design. So we just it's very important to see the shapes of this OEM rear diffusers. Those OEM mounting position locations, and the clips and the wraps. So today we need this data. It's very important. As to the other areas, because some guys may also send us the service data information, so we can just add your own design and match with our mounting positions, and we will finish the final CD design for the CNC the CNC design mode for CNC milling process. Okay, we also can delete some errors which we don't need them, because you are scaling the whole process. You can't avoid the other errors on the flow. So we will delete some unimportant, unnecessary data, and just save the parts we needed. We hope you guys will enjoy this journey for Tesla Model Y vehicle. As a global leader and dedicated engineering partner, we effectively collaborate in designing, developing, and manufacturing innovative carbon components approach to the automotive OEM standards. So you can visit JC Sportline's official website, and where you will find out more information on the whole customized process, along with the full range of our products, and some radios for our production base, the production workshop, and equipments. So if you are stuck by problems of low production capacity, research and development leading time, substandard quality, or after-sales service of fitment issues, so please do not hesitate to contact us, and we will provide you the one-stop solution for carbon components, from research and development, technology, engineering, and manufacturing, etc. So if you have any questions or suggestions, come on, you can leave your comments or subscribe our channel. Maybe we will carefully check all of your comments, and try our best to reply you quickly. Okay, I guess today's live streaming is almost here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Guys, if you'd like to watch more of this project for scanning or other development process or other topics, you can do so over there, like us, subscribers. So if you like this video, please click on the thumb up, and if you haven't, if you did or if you haven't already, please subscribe our channel. And if you guys have more questions, you can drop them in the comment section, and we will do our best to answer for you. Okay, that's all for today's live, and thanks to all of our customers and the new clients. Thanks for you guys. And this is Amanda from China, from Sportline. See you next time. Bye bye.